All right, it's one of my favorite times of year, draft analysis. In today's video, I'm going to walk through my system of ranking quarterbacks and the metrics I use and the breakdowns I use because guess what? It's draft season and I'm here for it. One of the reasons I created this channel was talk about college football, of course, during the season, draft analysis, the Masters, NHL playoffs. I mean, those are some of the things I absolutely love in the sports calendar season. So please consider subscribing. And I have to say this, I have been doing this for almost a year now. I have not sold a single poster. I've sold merch, I've sold hats, but I'm putting these on sale for $8. If you like the channel and you've been following it all, please consider buying a poster. They're freaking awesome, and I need to sell at least one or my head is gonna go crazy. So I'm putting them on sale for $8. I think they cost me like, I don't know, it was like $5 to make. It was like, I don't know, maybe even less. Okay, we'll just call it $4 to make. I'm selling it for $8. Please consider buying a poster. All right, let's jump into it. Here's what I value in a quarterback, and this is, I think, the makeup and the moxie it takes to win a Super Bowl. I don't care about winning games. I care about, does this person have the ability to win a Super Bowl? Perfect example, I grew up in Indianapolis. Who checks all these boxes? Oh wait, Peyton Manning would do pretty good on this scale. Wow, Tom Brady would do pretty good in this scale. Joe Montana, you know who also would do great in this scale? Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. You know who also would do great on this scale? Matthew Stafford. Guys who have played, competed for Super Bowls. People I don't like. People like Anthony Richardson. Person that I wouldn't like on the scale either. Cam Newton. I like intelligence number 1, passing ability number 2. That's why you see you got a total of 100. You have 45 going to the mind and processing ability and ability to lead, personality, communication skills. You got 39 going to the pass game. You got 5 going to height. Yes, I like tall, thick quarterbacks. All right, and then only 11 are going to just raw, natural athleticism. Let's break down each category. I'm going to kind of talk about the key points because I plan on making many videos for each of these quarterbacks, right? Riley Leonard. I love Riley Leonard. You Notre Dame fans know I loved Riley Leonard during the college football playoffs. So I'm going to do him. I'm going to do Shedeur Sanders, the kid from Miami, the whole 9 yards. Cannot wait. But I wanted to break down my scale so when folks are like, well, how's this guy break down anything? I'm like, check out this video. All right, so let's jump into it. The most important thing for me from when evaluating a quarterback and for someone to play the quarterback position at the National Football League is intelligence. And specifically what I'm talking about is pre-snap and post-snap. I'm going to talk about pre-snap. To win a Super Bowl in this league is incredibly difficult. And you essentially, during big games, cannot take sacks. You essentially cannot throw interceptions in big games. So how do you set yourself up to not get sacked as a quarterback and not throw interceptions? Pre-snap reading, right? It's calling out blitzes correctly. I think one of the greatest all-time performances was Tom Brady against the Chiefs when he beat the Chiefs when I believe he was in Tampa. Right, understanding who is coming when, especially against that crazy Chiefs defensive line and linebacking core, and safeties and corners, because they bring everyone. Understanding who's coming, calling protections correctly, the ability to have analysis, be correct on it, communicate out, switch plays, have a hot route, something intelligent to make sure that your offense continually moves the football down the field. That is pre-snap. And post-snap is the ability to read motion correctly. Right, you grab the ball and be able to understand, was my pre-snap read correct? If it wasn't, what are they doing? Where should the football go? Deliver the football, okay? That is so, so important. That's why it is by itself 20 points of the 100. Next, leadership. Football in the quarterback position specifically is a different type of game. Leadership is so important. How do you carry yourself? Your work ethic. The ability to communicate, the ability to stay calm in high pressure situations, right? Leadership fundamental. Can you lead by action? Can you lead by your voice? Can you challenge people? Do you have honor and integrity based on your work ethic to have a voice in a locker room? Leadership is so freaking important. All right, people I love Tom Brady's leadership, all right? I like Josh Allen's leadership. People I don't like Kyler Murray's leadership. So leadership sets the greats apart. I love Peyton Manning's leadership. Now we got gamer. This is, do you play big when it matters? Can you make big throws when the game's on the line? Eli Manning, Super Bowl, Mario Manningham, right? That throw on the sideline, amazing. I mean, even a guy like Gardner Minshew, who maybe is lacking in some of these other areas, his gamer ability has made this guy millions of dollars because he makes big plays when you need him. It's a little bit of gunslinger. Brett Favre, gamer. Tom Brady, moving the ball down the field in overtime on the Super Bowl, gamer, right? Being a gamer to me is very important. Do you play big when it freaking matters? All right, now let's get into what everyone always talks about is passing. I have essentially this broken down into the quick game, the short game, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball game. And I have accuracy of 3 and then power of 3 and a total of 24 points. And the one call out is, in my opinion, accuracy is as important as power. I don't really care that you have a rocket arm if you don't have accuracy. So I have them evenly slated. I got accuracy here, power here. Quick game would be essentially line of scrimmage, you catch the ball, you sling it, boom, quick game. Short would be like, 5-yard throws. Intermediate gets like between the linebackers and the safeties. And then deep ball obviously being the deep throws. Jalen Hurts, right? Amazing deep ball thrower, rainbow. Russell Wilson early in his career. Honestly, he had a few good throws even this year. Great deep ball thrower. So that's how I evaluate throwing the football. And such an important part of throwing the football is footwork and how your feet move and how your feet keep you stable in the pocket. The only person I've ever seen on tape that can throw the ball with lesser footwork is Aaron Rodgers. And the only reason why he chooses to have lesser footwork is because he's just lazy sometimes. But his arm is so damn powerful that he can just sling it with his feet not even planted. But that is so rare. So we're looking at footwork. I have that as a 10 because it's that important. The greats, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, impeccable footwork. Montana, impeccable footwork. Joe Burrow, incredible footwork. Another thing Joe Burrow is great at, elusiveness, right? This is maybe you're not super fast, but you don't take sacks because you understand how to move in the pocket, right? Footwork, I'm kind of thinking like your feet planted, right? And how will you throw off that? Elusiveness is a little bit of, you move left because the defensive lineman's in and then you make a throw. Somebody really good at this was Eli Manning. Not athletic, but pretty elusive, right? We saw that famous play, of course, but very elusive in the pocket. Brady, once again, I think I'm I guess I'm a big Joe Burrow fan because I really think he's incredible at this. Height. Height's an important thing for me. I don't like short quarterbacks. I don't want a short quarterback. All right, I have between 6'1" and 6'2", you get an automatic 4 points. And if you're between 6'3", and 6'6", you get an automatic 5 points. I think if you're 6'7", you're probably too tall, but maybe I'm wrong. And then if you're under 6 foot, if you're 6 foot or under, I would not want that in my quarterback. All right, and then lastly, athleticism, strength. This is like, are you hard to bring down? Do you have some strength to you? Are you built to take on hits in the National Football League? I got that as 6. And speed I have on as an overall 5. I don't really value it because some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time aren't that athletic in terms of their speed, right? We know there's a new wave of people coming in that they use their speed. I find year in, year out, these are the key traits that win Super Bowls. I got the mind being 45, passing 39, height 5, and athleticism 11, equaling a total of 100 points. So that's how I grade quarterbacks. That's how I'm going to grade quarterbacks. So please consider subscribing. We're going to have a lot more draft analysis. We got the Cubs and baseball coming up. Of course, we have a little bit of hockey. I'll be covering that. And everyone loves the draft combine. I mean, there's nothing better for some reason than draft analysis. Please consider subscribing. If you've been around the block for a while and you like my content, please consider buying a poster. I mean, they're freaking cool. Trust me, they're cool. I will even sign it, write you a thank you note, of course, as I always do if you buy merch. But yeah, thanks again, guys. We'll talk soon.